Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great Barbenheimer abilities.
As you can see, we are on theme. He is in a theme.
I make nuclear bombs.
You're making a nuclear bomb, and I'm gay.
Yep, that's about it. So everyone's been waiting for it. The Barbie Oppenheimer double feature weekend.
Let me tell you, we're talking about both these movies. We have seen both of these movies. We just came from Barbie. We saw Oppenheimer a couple days ago. I have one thing to say before we get into these reviews. Holy crap, am I glad we didn't do the double feature.
Yeah.
After both movies, I walked out of it thinking, I don't want to watch another movie for a month.
Yeah, I was kind of...
Let alone both of those in one day.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you...
There's no good way to do it.
If you did that, more power to you.
I'm
glad
commend you, soldier.
Yeah,
The double feature sounds like my hell.
Yeah.
Not to say that the movies were bad, not to say that the movies were good. Just saying I wouldn't want to do that. I really like Avengers Endgame. That movie is too long. So is Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing first? Are we doing
I think we're doing Barbie first.
We're doing Barbie first because we just came from it. We just watched it. This is Thursday. This is July 20th.
Yeah.
So let's do it. You want to count this down? Before we count this down, I want to say a statement. God, I hope it's rolling. We have broken a rule. I know how Andrew feels about this movie. But he, for a large part, does not know how I feel about this movie. So not only am I fearful for some reactions to his opinions, I'm fearful for his reaction to my opinion.
You want to count it down?
3, 2, 1. 9 out of 10. I think it's my second favorite movie of the year.
Okay. You can talk.
I know why you hated it and everything. I just thought it was the most ridiculous thing in the world, and I just had a great time. I just had the dance, all that ridiculousness. I think that there's a lot of ridiculousness that I just liked watching. I think halfway through I was like, oh yeah, I don't like this very much, and then something happened and I was like, oh, this is hilarious. And there's a lot of that movie that isn't made for me. So I'm not really gonna think about it too much because it's not for me. But overall, I thought it was a blast. It's gonna run away with the Oscar for costume design. I don't think it'll win anything else. But I just thought it was so ridiculous and over the top in every way, and I thought that was kind of fun.
Alrighty.
You have no interest.
I'm gonna talk about Oppenheimer now.
You don't want to say anything? You don't want to even discuss?
I mean, I think it's ridiculous, obviously, that you give it a 9 out of 10 and that you're saying it's better than Guardians and it's better than John Wick 4. I
didn't see John Wick 4, but I definitely liked it better than Guardians and Mission Impossible. The only movie I think I liked more is, so obviously I like Spider-Verse more. It's between this and Air and Talk to Me, would be the 3 vying for that second place spot.
Well, you do like Cars too.
I just thought it was so fun.
Yeah, so I wrote this down in my notes. I don't know if it's one of my talking points, but I said this movie is obviously for a very specific type of people.
Exactly.
I think the movie is... I don't think anyone expects this movie not to be divisive.
I didn't think that's what it was going to be going into it,
I didn't think that either. But anyone... I don't think that it's a surprise. And I have to be very careful with the way I talk about this movie because I want to be understanding and loving.
You have a penis.
Yes. So I shouldn't talk about this particular movie. But no, I did write down that the only 2 groups of people that are going to like this movie are people on one particular side of the political aisle. Mm-hmm. So that group of people and people with an unbelievably bad sense of humor, and you definitely fall into the second category. So I understand you liking it.
I did think it was very funny.
We did not sit with each other.
No, we didn't. But we saw it together.
We saw it in the same theater, but we purposely did not sit right next to each other.
Yes.
I heard you laughing at parts that made me roll my eyes.
Yeah.
There's a part where Ken just throws his cloak to another Ken, and the Ken puts it on. Not even funny in the slightest. You laughed out loud.
No, that was funny.
It's literally just a guy putting on a coat.
The coat had horses in the lining, though.
It's just a coat.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, so there were like 4 times that you laughed, and I was like, that wasn't even a joke.
No, there were some good jokes in there.
So
there was a couple Williamsburg bank buildings in there that
Right.
I was the only person laughing in the theater.
Yeah. No, so obviously saying it's better than those other movies is ridiculous. So yeah, I gave it a 1 out of 10. Obviously, I want everyone to go watch it and enjoy it if that's their cup of tea. It is not my particular cup of tea. I'm going to try to be as respectful and understanding when I talk about this movie as possible. But I have never considered walking out of a movie before. I did today. And I would also probably put it in my top 3 worst movies I've ever seen.
What's the other 2 in there?
While I was watching the movie, I was comparing it to like The Last Airbender.
That's crazy.
And Midsommar.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't think there's any way for me to dislike this movie and not have people on the internet extremely upset at me because of the subject matter of this movie. So just for anyone wondering, it is very, very feminist. There is one villain in this movie, and the villain is just men. That's pretty clear. Different types of men, the patriarchy, which they say probably 100 times in the movie, the word patriarchy.
They do say it a lot.
That's hyperbolic.
Yep.
You know, the CEOs are the villains, the Kens, the male Barbies or whatever, the male dolls are the villains. Mm-hmm. It's just all men. Fine, you want to make that point? Whatever. But because of that, that's what the movie is about. I don't think there's any way for me to dislike this movie without people on the internet telling me to shut up. I'm a straight white male. I shouldn't have an opinion about this. That's fine. If you want to call me a fragile male because I don't like this movie, that's fine. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm not telling you to not like the movie. I'm not telling you to not go see it if that is your particular cup of tea. I'm not saying you're fragile. If you can't accept that I might have a difference of opinion on this movie, I think that makes you more fragile than me. But this is just my opinion. I have friends that like this movie. I am looking forward to talking to them about it and understanding more and whatever. It's not even... The main reason I dislike things like this is because even if I disagree with it, I think that it is doing a disservice to their own message.
Yes.
I think there are ways to tackle conversations like this and topics like this that don't demonize an entire group of people and are this divisive. I don't think anyone is going to go watch this movie that disagrees with that point of view and is going to come out of this movie like, oh, maybe I was wrong. No, you are only further ostracizing those people.
The people, yes, I agree with that, yep.
And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Because you might say, well, they're all stupid anyways. We don't want them to agree with us. I think you're just doing a disservice to both men and women with this movie. Mm-hmm. That is my opinion.
Do you want to go into detail as to why? Or
I just think there are, again, ways of tackling conversations like this without pitting people against each other. Mm-hmm. I like there being a problem. If you want to talk about things that women go through and things that have historically women have gone through in the past and society and like expectations on women, all of that stuff is true. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but if you want to tackle it in a way where you're completely demonizing one group of people and doing it, for a lack of a better word, that obnoxiously, I think, again, you're ostracizing more people than you are. You're not bringing people together. You are just creating more divisiveness. I don't think, if you believe that the world or the societal fabric or the relationships between men and women are going to be better after this movie, I just disagree. I don't think you're helping women appreciate men better. I don't think you're going to help men appreciate women better. Maybe in some ways. That's just my opinion. I think it's teaching, this entire movie is just pitting one group of people against another. And I don't care if you're right, left, man, woman, what the frick ever. I just normally don't like movies like that because I like a movie that takes a concept or an idea or something that we can all band together and fight together, as opposed to taking a very real issue and making it this team versus this team. I'm about to get emotional. The country is divided enough. And I think people who have messages of bringing people together and us fighting it with each other is way more impactful and helpful to both men and women and everyone across the board than just making fun of or pitting one group against another. I mean, this was very clearly a political movie. It does not shy away from that. So it knows that it's going to piss a lot of people off. And again, I want to respect and love people that love this movie and have that particular set of viewpoints. I just think it would have been a lot better if you want to tackle a topic like that where we come together and find ways of agreeing and understanding and getting a base level of like, hey, we can fight this together, and not be like, this entire group is the problem and let's give an entire movie and monologues and everything is wrong about them, but everything we do is perfect or great. And I know it doesn't do that, and people are going to tear me apart. I'm fragile, blah, blah, blah. That's just my particular viewpoint on it.
Yeah.
I
thought that was very well said.
Yeah.
We spoke a little bit about it in the car. You brought up She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And there's like a speech that she makes to Bruce Banner that you're not a big fan of because Bruce has been through the worst.
Yep.
And it's so, how unfair is it for her to have that conversation? And I've always said to you, I don't have a problem with that conversation because I'm not a woman.
Right.
I don't know what they go through. So when that scene happens, my thought isn't, but my thought also isn't, no. My thought is absent. You know, I don't take it into consideration at all. And you may think that's wrong. And a lot, you know, like you may disagree with that. But I don't like, I'm not going to pretend to understand that at all. So I just kind of, I almost ignore it. So there are conversations like that in this movie
that you just kind of tuned out of because you just didn't.
Right, because I don't get it. Like, is she saying what she's saying? I'm not going to tell her she's wrong, but I'm also not going to tell her she's right. I've never experienced that. And maybe that's my straight white male privilege, and, you know, but I just had a good time watching this movie. I did. My favorite parts, though, were the parts that shouldn't be my favorite parts, according to this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
the attractive females.
Well, everybody in this movie's gorgeous.
Yeah.
There's not an ugly person in this movie.
Yeah.
As an ugly person, I felt misrepresented. Because, God, everybody, even like the whole shtick is like, well, this is the human world. Everything's worse. Every human in this movie. America Ferrera is the main human and her daughter, and they are the most beautiful mother-daughter I've seen on screen in the last 20 years. Right? Like, it's just, everybody in this movie is hot as f***. So that's something interesting. But there's, we're not going to get into spoilers. I don't think we're going to get into spoilers with this movie at all.
No.
I will say, this has been reported, so I do want to say this. There's a Snyder cut joke in this movie. And it very much goes to your point. The Snyder cut joke does not land.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
Nobody in our theater laughed. But that is only going to piss people off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Snyder fanboy. I hate Man of Steel. It's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Right? I love the Snyder cut, but saying that joke, you're only just going to piss off Snyder fans on Twitter, right? You know what I'm saying? That only does a disservice to you. So in your argument, even though I loved the movie and you hated it, in your argument, it's constantly doing things like that are just to piss people off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that. And that's a poor decision, in my opinion. Whether I love a movie or hate a movie, if I made a movie, which I will never do, by the way, if I was to make a movie, I would not go out of my way to piss off anybody.
Yeah. And this movie clearly is wanting to do that.
It does. But again, we're not going to go into spoilers. My favorite parts were the parts where it's like, look at how bad this is. And I was like, this looks great. This looks great.
This looks awesome.
It's the boys. Like,
Yeah.
Horses?
Yeah.
Come on, I'm the horse guy.
There's a lot of
There's
horses.
like a whole shtick about horses.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this. But there are scenes. There's an enormous, you see it in the trailer, so this isn't like a spoiler. There's an enormous Ken battle scene that looked like it was the most fun scene of all time to film.
Yeah.
Where they are attacking each other with lacrosse sticks.
Yeah.
And then
And like floaties.
and frisbees and hitting each other in the head. At one point, they got the bow and arrow, but the bow and arrow is like a suction cup bow and arrow. It hits one of the humans, and they're like, "Oh my! I'm gonna die!" Like hilarious. And then that scene transitions, and it becomes a choreographed dance.
Yeah.
That's like the level of ridiculousness that
Yeah.
I wanted for my Barbie movie.
Yeah, and I was just totally out of it the whole time.
I understand, but like I loved that because that's like if you ditch now 80% of this movie is political, whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
But for me, who I've always, whether I've agreed with something or not, there are many movies and shows that I like that I disagree with politically.
Yeah.
Like strongly. And I've always been able to just enjoy a movie for the movie. And I'm not saying that you're wrong in your scenario here, but so that's why I loved it so much, because I just I saw it, and it's just this goofy, ridiculous I mean, Ryan Gosling has multiple songs in this movie. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, this movie's just crazy. So I loved it. I really did.
Should we move on, or should I talk more?
No, I want you to talk more.
Okay. Yeah, so back to the She-Hulk thing. Yeah, so I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast before, but like that little speech, because you just said, right, you don't understand because you're male. I totally agree. There are going to be things that I do not understand about the female experience, and I will never claim that they shouldn't talk about it, or that I understand, or that they're stupid for having a different experience than me. That is not what I'm saying. As an example, She-Hulk covers that topic in almost every episode. Almost every single male in that show is an idiot or a bad person. Almost every single one. Except Wong, basically. I haven't finished the show. But
Daredevil's pretty dope.
Right, I haven't gotten to that yet.
Mark Ruffalo's dope. Oh, but you're saying because she's yelling at him.
Well, no, like everyone she works with, every guy she goes on a date with, every guy she represents. Like, and most of that I find particularly interesting, like her dating life and having to deal with men. Like, that's very real and 100%. But but when you lose me is when you do a speech like that, where like, yeah, women they definitely go through stuff and that I don't understand and that Bruce isn't going to understand. But for you, like, she's sitting there being like, I control my anger way more than you because I am a woman. And he has spent his entire life being hunted by the government and not being able to have a family and having to live in Brazil and like watch people that he loves die and like all that stuff. And she's like, I get catcalled, so I'm better at being Hulk than you. That's where I'm like, shut up. That's where you lose me. And even in the context of the episode, and someone can tell me I'm wrong, and I'm fine having this conversation.
I know this point you brought up. We've argued about this.
She
before.
says, you know, she gets catcalled and like whatever, and
she can control her anger, but then she does get
later.
catcalled.
She gets catcalled in that episode, doesn't control her anger, almost kills a guy, and Bruce has to stop her. So, even so, let's take all the political stuff out of it, which is basically the entire point of the movie.
It's a lot of it.
I even past that, I don't find it particularly funny or interesting. Like the entire time in Barbie Land, before we even get to like the political stuff where she goes to the real world, I was just like it's definitely over the top, and I totally understand why people would find that entertaining. I just particularly didn't. And then back to just like, nah, I guess I'll skip that.
Okay. We'll talk about it on the Patreon.
Maybe.
I will tell you the moment that this movie hooked me. Because you're going to find this interesting.
Okay.
I was not extremely invested in the opening. I wasn't extremely... You ever think about dying? Like that doesn't like I was like, where are we going with this? Whatever. Like I love looking at beautiful people dressed beautifully and looking beautiful. I mean, holy shit, Ryan Gosling is so hot. Dude, Simu Liu is so hot. Like these guys are the hottest guys in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Like so I'm enjoying it, but like I don't like where are we going with this? The moment this movie hooked me, first of all, I thought that the sequence going to the real world I thought was funny. But the moment this movie hooked me is oh my gosh, I'm not remembering his name. Oh, this is terrible. He's in Sex Education. I absolutely love him. This, by the way, this movie is Sex Education, the movie. Everybody from this movie is in Sex Education except Asa Butterfield. It's the only Sex Education alum that's not in this movie. But he's in the cubicle. Gets the call from the FBI. And immediately you're shot cubicle from like high up. And it's just everybody's gray and hates their life. And he's like, hey. And he's like, you got Barbie loose. And he's like, oh shit, we had a skipper problem from a couple years ago. And then he's like, I got to go all the way up. And and the button says all the way up. And then he goes to Will Ferrell. And Will Ferrell's like, gosh darn it. Like, and I was like, all right, you've got me. Like, this is just ridiculous. You are not taking anything about this seriously. No. So then it's like the same thing. It's like, you know how it's like this movie, like how you like are upset because it's like the message of this movie is like just aggressively divisive and this and that. But it's like, it's not taking anything seriously. So do you take even the stuff that upsets you seriously? Like from that moment, I didn't take a single thing seriously that this movie had to say. And I just turned my brain off and I had a great time. That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, there's a sequence where there's like, okay, this is how we're going to pull a fast one on the Kens. And they are patronizing everybody, like in different ways. It's like ask him to explain The Godfather. That's hilarious. I have explained The Godfather 100 times.
Yeah.
Because I'm a man. Like, that's such a man thing.
And does that mean you're toxic?
No.
And bad?
No. But like, I don't know if that's what this movie's saying. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're talking about the villains of the movie.
Yeah, but like, is it that serious? You know?
It becomes that serious when the point of the movie is to talk about real world things in that way. It wasn't, if you take the real world stuff out of the movie and it's just ridiculous, it's fun. But that's not the point of the movie. Again, this might be because I'm in a little bubble and I don't understand things. I can't think of any woman that has had a major role in my life that will like this movie either.
Yeah.
And maybe that means they're brainwashed because that's what the movie suggests.
Yeah.
But like the mansplaining scenes and the making fun of men for playing the guitar for their girl.
That was funny.
I think that like okay. Yeah.
No, yeah, no, you can keep talking. I don't want to cut you off.
I think like the entire movie is painting, obviously demonizing one group and making one group look like the evil bad guy the entire time.
Yeah.
And we're old enough to either understand that or laugh at it. Mm-hmm. I think like for little girls, telling them that the reason men are doing this or men are wanting to explain a movie to you or play the guitar for you, the only reason they are going to want to do that is because they're manipulating you and are in control of everything and wanting to be toxic. Mm-hmm. There's no other possible reason is what this movie seems to suggest. I think that is more damaging than it is helpful.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm fragile male that doesn't understand anything. But if there was something that was specific to my experience, if there was something that I have gone through and that I understand that not everyone in the world understands, and someone makes a movie about it, and they do it like this, again, for a lack of a better term, they do it this obnoxiously, I would come out of the movie and be like, I am so sorry. That is not how I wanted it explained to you. That is not how I would want. If there was someone that made me feel a certain way, I would be embarrassed by this movie if it was explaining something that I have gone through or my experience. But again, this is my point of view. I respect and love anyone who loves this movie. I respect and love anyone who has a disagreement about the themes and politics of this movie. I am always willing to learn, love, and understand more than I am now. But as far as I see it, this movie is more damaging and divisive than it is helpful, funny, or good for anyone.
I just thought it was fun schlock. All right, on to Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Big old turn.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this. Typically we film shortly after we see movies, but we decided to film these reviews together, so we haven't talked about this movie. I roughly know that you like it, I think. Mm-hmm. You roughly know that I like it. We don't know in what capacity, and I haven't been able to talk about this movie critically. I've just been saying the same thing over and over on my lives and to my family members and everything, so I'm very excited to talk about this movie with somebody whose opinion I very much respect.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So let's hear it.
Oppenheimer out of 10?
Oppenheimer review. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 9 out of 10. Yeah.
8.5, yeah.
Yeah, so this movie is not better than Spider-Verse. Yep.
No, it's not.
No, it's not even close. Sorry, America. Not even close.
Yeah, we kind of went viral and kind of got...
Yep, sorry. Oppenheimer, it's nowhere near Spider-Verse. Nope, not in the ballpark. It is a clear point. Now, I will also say something. Robert Downey Jr. came out and said that this was the best film he's ever been a part of. Nope. Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War are both better, and Avengers 1 is also probably better.
Winter Soldier?
He's not in Winter Soldier, my dear.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yes. So, there you go. Yeah, this movie is great.
It's great.
But it is 8 hours long.
It's so long.
It is too long. It is just too long. I was an hour into it, and I thought to myself, this movie looks great. This is a 5 out of 10. The first hour is tedious. There's no reason that the first hour is an hour. It should be 20 minutes.
What about the last hour after they've made the bomb?
The ending is the best part of the movie. I was so excited to talk about the ending with you. I'm furious to hear that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying after the bomb, the amount of hearings and everything, I feel like that could have been shorter.
But I think the worst hearings are at the start. I think that's why it feels tedious. I think the stuff at the end is the stuff that matters. It just feels tedious.
Really dragged for me after.
It drags because you've been seeing it for like 3 hours at that point. But if you cut all of the hearings of the first hour and you make the first hour 20 minutes, the hearings that actually matter at the end would be way better. I'm telling you. Golly, the hearings really bogged down this movie because everything else is spectacular, and the ending is probably the best ending I've ever seen. The last sentence that is said is so brilliant.
Was it Einstein?
Yeah, that conversation is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in my life.
Didn't blow me away like that.
Oh, it blew me away. Everybody I've talked to about it blew them away as well.
No, so
talk about your problems. I'll talk about my.
Well, let's talk. I'm going to talk about some positives because I don't have a lot of negatives other than the fact that like there was nothing in the movie specifically that just like blew me away or was like super mega interesting in a sense that like I just personally enjoyed it on a whole other level. And then it was just too long. But the positives, I mean. You're just intrigued the whole time with the acting and the storyline and the writing and the way it's going back and forth between different storylines. Like, it's just a well-made movie.
Yes.
Right? If you want a cheap action movie, go watch Rise of the Beast or whatever the frick. Yeah. If you want, like, a cinematic, like, this is a good movie, this is what you're looking for.
Yes.
It was really fun.
It's so good. It's like crazy. And it's like every scene. Oh, A-list actor.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was in the movie. Oh, he won an Oscar 2 years ago. Oh, he won an Oscar 4 years ago. Oh, he won an Oscar 3 years ago. Every scene. I can't wait to talk about spoilers. Every scene is an A-lister. It's crazy.
Matt Damon continues to make me like
Floor
him.
you. Yeah.
Like
you said that after we saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Matt Damon's the man.
And Robert Downey Jr., I don't know if this is true, but like an interview before the movie, he was like, yeah, I wasn't sure if I could still act after the MCU.
Yeah.
He can.
No, he's great. He's a shoo-in for the Oscar.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is a shoo-in for Best Supporting, and I think Cillian is a shoo-in for Best Actor. I would be shocked if either of them didn't win. Now, we haven't seen all the performances. It's just July, but I'd be shocked, right?
Maybe. I mean, they're definitely in contention. I don't know all the movies.
Killian it's a very reserved performance, but it's so powerful. Every single. And there's no breakdown scene. There's no, I've abandoned my child. There's nothing like, but you don't need it. So this is something I wanted to talk to you about. This movie, I think, is very similar in some ways to Ford v Ferrari. And I think Ford v Ferrari does it better.
Do you like Ford v Ferrari as a movie better?
Yes.
Me too.
But I think it's like very, they're assembling a team. It's Matt Damon. We're doing this. We're putting
That was my
together.
favorite part of the movie was like when they were actually working on the bomb.
I wish I liked it more because it's like Ford v Ferrari. But I don't know what it is, but it's just not.
It's not as, they keep going away from it. Like you would
Yes.
get it for like 30 seconds.
Now we're at another hearing.
And then we're at a hearing, or we're at, him going to see that girl, or going to see that general, or whatever it
Yeah.
is. And it's like, oh, we were just getting started on
Yes,
this team and these
yes.
smart people and building this city and creating this bomb. So I think if we'd gotten a little bit more of that, that would have intrigued me a little bit more.
Yes.
But
for me, I don't know if you know where this ranks for Nolan's for you.
that's exactly what I was about to. Dude, you read my mind. That was crazy.
It's my 5th favorite Nolan. It's Dark Knight,
Mm-hmm.
Inception, Batman Begins, Tenet, and this. I haven't seen Interstellar because Timothy Chalamet.
Interstellar is so clearly better than this.
Okay,
Yeah, I have the only Nolan that I have seen that I have below this is Tenet. I don't like Tenet as much as you, but I have
Yeah, I love Tenet,
I have
but I
Bat-
know that's unpopular.
I have Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, Interstellar, Inception, all pretty clearly above this movie.
But you don't like Rises.
Yeah, I might have Rise beneath it. But again, I haven't seen any of the Nolan Batman movies in probably 15 years or whatever it is.
But it's a good movie. It's just, it's so tedious at times.
Okay, so of the year, it's not as good as, let's just say the things that are better than it. Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yes. That's kind of it for me, clearly.
Okay, clearly for me, Mission Impossible and Guardians.
Oh, Air. Air is clearly better.
I've got to watch Air.
Air is clearly better. Air is this movie, but fun and not tedious.
Okay. yeah.
Exactly. You know what's going to happen. You know the history. You get it. But it's just awesome watching it play out. There's amazing acting. There's amazing set pieces. The dialogue is fun and snappy. Air is this movie, but fun. You're going to adore it.
Yeah, I'll probably really, really like it.
You'll probably love it.
So it's right in there with like Past Lives, like, probably like the 4 or 5 position of the year.
Everybody that says this is a masterpiece of this or that, the best movie ever, or whatever. We have a friend, we'll call him Josh. And what did Josh say to you?
He
said,
texted me in a group chat and said, Oppenheimer is one of the best movies to be created in the last 100 years.
What a ridiculous, hilarious statement. Because he's technically right.
I mean,
But like, what a hyperbole. Like to say.
Yeah, it's pretty hyperbolic.
Like, yeah, it is one of the best. It's one of the 1,000 best movies to come out in the last 100 years.
Yeah, maybe.
It's one of the top 400 movies to come out in the last 100 years, probably.
Maybe. It's definitely not top 100.
But yeah, no, it's not top 100.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, just if you want another Nolan, you're getting another Nolan. You're just getting a long one. So buckle up and get ready for that.
Brutal. It's 3 hours. It feels like 5. Ford v Ferrari is 3 hours. It feels like 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yes,
like that's just the issue. I keep comparing it to Ford v Ferrari. Maybe that's unfair, but like that's what the trailer sold me.
Yeah,
because it was like serious Ford v Ferrari, and that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer. The title is great. The title is great because it's based on American Prometheus, and American Prometheus would not be a good title for this movie.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's really fun.
Can we talk about spoilers?
Okay. Spoilers.
3, 2, 1. We are now in spoiler talk. You don't adore the ending?
I just don't even remember what exactly he said because you're waiting the entire movie to hear this conversation that he had with Einstein.
Yes.
And then we hear it, and I was like, okay.
No.
Explain it to me.
Okay, so he meets Oppenheimer at the start of the movie, and he says, "Does this equation mean we're gonna end the world?" And he's like, "I don't know. That's for you to figure out." And then the very next scene, you figure out they're not gonna end the world.
Or there's a very low chance.
Yes, and the whole movie, you want to know this. So, for me, Strauss, Robert Downey Jr. being the antagonist, the bad guy, was a twist for me. I did not know the history.
Yeah.
I went into this movie only knowing J. Robert Oppenheimer, head of the Manhattan Project, legendary physicist. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I knew. I didn't know he was going to be disgraced. I didn't know any of that, right? All I knew was that. And so I did not know that Strauss would be a good guy, a bad guy, whatever. I didn't even know why we started with Robert Downey Jr. But his twist for me, that he was the guy that defamed Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
that was a twist for me. So then it sets the tone that the way the movie tells it, I don't know if this is how it was in history, but the reason Strauss didn't like him, the way the movie tells it, they show you the court where he embarrasses him with the isotope scene, but really it's the Einstein conversation is the first moment where he's like, I don't like this guy.
Yep.
So that's like the precipice of the movie and Strauss making it about him. So the whole time you're waiting for it to be about him until Han Solo says to him, maybe it's not about you.
I did really like that line.
Which Han Solo is one of the best parts of this movie, by the way. Dude, the Rami Malek courthouse scene was the best scene in the movie.
I was so happy.
I was so happy. I wanted it to keep going. I wish it was longer, but that was amazing. I was sorry, the crowd going, whoa, the whole time was awesome.
And Strauss being like, oh no.
It was so good. Anyway, but so the whole time, right? And then you end the movie. You see the happy ending. You see him get the Nobel Prize. You see him be awarded by the president. And he's old and everybody's shaking his hand and you get a resolution for everything. But the whole time, the question that the president has, by the way, Gary Oldman, that's f***ing crazy. I did not know he was in that movie. It blew my mind. Anyway, like the whole time, everybody's like asking, and they're asking this constantly in the hearings, is where did it change? Because half the movie he's super pumped about this bomb, and he's just happy to be making it. And I wish we dropped it on the Nazis. And that's when you start seeing him have the guilt. But then the rest of the movie he has the guilt, and it sucks, and he's really unhappy about it. And he's I am death, the destroyer of worlds. So we see that happen. We see his change happen. But we don't get why. We don't really, like, obviously you understand because the guilt and this and that, like, that makes sense. But having the Einstein conversation where he says, do you remember when I brought you that equation that said, can we destroy the world? He's like, yeah, but you didn't. He goes, we did. And that's how he lived for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. And that influences every single scene that takes place post-bomb for the whole movie. Every single scene, this guy is under crippling guilt that he thinks he has destroyed the world. Oh my freaking gosh. I thought it was so brilliant. It took my breath away. You remember that equation? Mm-hmm. No, yeah, but you did it. I think we did.
It wasn't about Strauss at all, actually.
Exactly. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That blew my freaking mind. And that's not a real conversation. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So just brilliant.
I am just happy with this year.
It's a great year.
Except for Barbie.
Yeah, for you. I loved Barbie. I will say, I'd probably take it down a peg. Maybe I think it's an 8 out of 10. But again, I just really enjoyed it. I just had a good time, man.
I think that's really disrespectful to, like, Guardians to say that's better.
I definitely liked it better than Guardians.
I mean, yeah, this is going to be a very divisive movie for a lot of reasons. The politics, one, but also it's just like some people are just not going to get that humor or enjoy that.
Of course.
Yeah, so.
But, I'm a hat guy. I know that I like things that a lot of people don't like. This doesn't surprise me at this point.
No, I think a lot of people are going to love Barbie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to do very, very well.
It's going to make a lot of money. Our theater was packed, and everybody was dressed up.
Yeah.
You were the only one not wearing pink. No, I wasn't wearing, like, a pink shirt.
I was wearing my Spider-Man hoodie.
Yeah, I was wearing pink shorts. I was wearing these pink shorts. But, yeah. So, good movie, bad movie.
Yeah.
Don't watch it in the same day. If you want to watch them both, do not watch them both in the same day. I highly recommend against Barbenheimer.
But yeah, as always, let us know what you think about both Barbie and Oppenheimer. Thank you for listening to me and understanding. And
We appreciate if you are not mean to him.
yeah, we came out of it, and I was talking to you about how much I didn't like it and why and everything. We're like, can we talk about this movie without getting absolutely canceled and destroyed?
And you didn't know how much I liked it.
No.
So I was like, worried.
Maybe, maybe we have, maybe we haven't. Maybe we destroyed ourselves, maybe. But you didn't destroy yourselves. Maybe we did. But we love y'all.
That's brilliant. All right, that was our Barbenheimer review.
There we go.
Very bleak and very fun. Or they're both bad.
Or they're both great.
Or one is great and one is a little underwhelming. Bam, bam, bam.
It's a big mystery to us because we haven't filmed it yet, but they're all watching us being like, you just talked about it for half an hour.
Yes. No, like we are like weeks out from seeing these movies too. Well, you're going to see Oppenheimer in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Because you're way more famous than
The
me.
power of editing.
Amazing.
We're going to do a hot seat because I just want to always learn more about you.
You want to go first or shall I?
You.
So I'm asking you
Yes.
questions. No problem. How long are we doing this for?
Do like a solid 4.
We'll do 4 minutes.
Let's do it.
Here we go. I open the calculator app every time.
Every time. What is up with that? I do it too.
It's just,
Can our brain not learn the difference?
it's right next to it. It's
It looks like it should be. It could be
a
either
timer.
or.
Yep. All right, let's do it.
It's all numbers.
You ready?
I am so ready.
Let's do it. You're not supposed to button a suit when you're sitting down.
See, but I don't care about the rules.
All right, 3, 2. What are your honest thoughts? Everybody saw our reaction. What are your honest thoughts of the new Wonka trailer?
I was underwhelmed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It looked fine, but
Yeah.
I got to the end of it. I was like, I don't want to watch this any more than I did before the trailer.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm less enthused.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like yeah.
What are your favorite arc that a character goes on in the MCU? Just single favorite. You have to give me one.
Oh, single?
Yep. Yeah, Rocket up there. Obviously, Iron Man's up there. You could throw in Cap. I don't think his is as good as those
Thor is
two.
also good.
Thor's is really good.
I'm just gonna go Iron Man.
It's just a classic.
If you see him in Endgame and him in the first Iron Man, it's cool looking at the difference and the similarities.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And he's the guy in the MCU.
He is the guy.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the name Jorge?
I feel like if I didn't like it, I'd be racist.
I don't think so.
I love it.
I like the name as well, but it is my father's name, so I have a certain disdain for it. What did you think? Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
Yes.
just letting them know.
What do you think is Jack Black's best role? You're gonna go Kung Fu Panda.
I can't not pick Poe.
Okay. Do you have a second favorite?
I haven't seen School of Rock.
Oh, he's great in School of Rock.
He's in Jumanji.
I think he's so funny as the girl in Jumanji.
Yeah, that is really.
I can't
He kills that role.
deal with this.
Yeah.
Like hilarious.
Ooh, when he's peeing, oh, it's so funny.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
Jack Black's the man. If we were to trade,
Keep going.
spots on the set, what do you think from your side of the set you would stare at the most? Because I know what I stare at the most, and I'm sure you have something that you stare at the most with my background. So what's the thing that you would stare at the most on your background?
Dumbledore's kind of eye level. I probably would look here a lot.
Yeah.
Hot dog fingers are interesting.
Yep.
But this is bright over here. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
it is.
Ryuk's kind of creepy. I might go him.
Ryuk.
Ryuk,
Yeah,
not Ryuk.
there you go. Yeah, no, it's not
What's
Ryuk.
yours?
It's Ryuk. The thing I do stare at the most is the Spider-Man bobblehead right in front of Miss Minutes.
Oh,
right
yeah?
there. Yeah, I stare at that all the time. Because it's like right there.
Why don't you just look at me?
I do look at you. I look at you 90% of the time. What's the thing you stare at the most on my side of the set?
The horse head above you
Yeah.
is a lot, and Nightcrawler, I think.
The Nightcrawler.
I look at the Man of Steel as well.
Yeah, the Man of Steel is a good one. Yeah. All right. Who if you had to pick one character in the MCU to cross over to the Transformers universe, who would it be?
Korg.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like him interacting with Optimus Prime would be peak.
They need good comedy in those movies. They don't have any. The last one was not funny in the slightest.
Hello, I'm made of rocks. You're made of metal. Whatever. Have a whole conversation.
It works.
Yeah.
Thank God you're not made of scissors.
Yeah.
He's so good. What do you think of Taika Waititi as an actor? Obviously, we have our thoughts as him as a director.
I've only seen him in Free Guy and as Korg.
He's also IG-11 from Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's fine. He plays that kind of role well, where it's like a side character that's comedic. You know.
Yep.
He's got that comedy down.
But he's got a good arc in Mando season 1.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do one last question.
Yep.
Why do we always confuse the calculator app and the timing app?
You and me specifically, or humanity in
Just
general?
humanity. I think that's a common denominator.
It's because in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve sinned, and we all have fallen.
It's original sin. It's
Yep.
kind of an original sin type beat.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're not perfect, and we have
Makes sense.
we have to deal with living in a fallen world constantly. And one of the examples of that is the inability to choose between the calculator and the clock app.
Clock app. I'm telling you, every time I want to do a calculator, I open up the clock app. It's crazy.
Does it make you feel like you have a lower IQ than you probably actually do?
Yeah, it makes me feel like an idiot every single
Yeah.
time. How are we doing?
Hey, Matt.
You're interrupting
You're
very rudely.
give me a hot seat question to ask him.
How hot is his seat right now?
It's pretty hot.
Pretty hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like spicy?
Is this rolling?
It's rolling.
Thank you.
I'll check those on.
Well, he always is checking that one.
All right, you get 4 minutes now.
Yeah, all right. You ready?
What do you need?
I was just looking for stuff, but I'll look for
Okay.
stuff later.
All right, we're almost done.
4 minutes
Yep, let's do it.
on the calculator.
Let's do it. Yep.
Oh wait.
You have questions on your computer?
Yeah, I wrote some down.
How slightly unprofesh?
Or slightly profesh. Look, my phone is used to record. All right, you have the luxury of not doing that.
But my phone is a vital part of this show. I have to respond to texts.
Well, so is my laptop. Here we go. Ready? Hit it.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
If you could make me wear anything in the world, what would it be?
You look real good in a white pair of shoes, so I would keep you in the white pair of shoes. I'd get you a pair of joggers, nice sweatpants, instead of your terrible, ill-fitting jeans.
You could make me wear anything, and that's what you're going with? I'm not trying to make you style me correctly. I'm letting you...
I'm gonna style you correctly
All right.
because you're a dear friend of mine and a great business partner, and I want to help you out.
Okay.
There you go.
And you've already seen me in Slave Leia, so I can't go any worse than that.
That's true.
Is Margot Robbie mid?
How crazy is that, right?
I've seen that.
Crazy, man. Like, the guys that are saying that, by the way, are the most ugly men of all time. Yeah, obviously not. I don't think she's the most beautiful woman in the world, but like, she's not mid. That's like crazy. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah. Am I mid?
A little bit, yeah. You might be a little bit below mid. If you put on a nice pair of joggers, you might be a little bit
some white
higher
shoes.
than mid.
What's the last movie you watched?
La La Land.
That's what I thought. Who is the best action?
Oh, No Hard Feelings.
Oh, you watched No Hard Feelings?
Yeah, 6 out of 10. It was super fun.
I thought you'd give it a 7.
Sure. I'll change it. Like, it was super fun. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I thought it would tickle your funny bone.
It was very funny.
Is that a phrase?
The naked scene was hysterical.
I could not believe she did that.
Oh, you know, she's
She
got
body slammed a dude fully naked.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Anyways, what's the best action star actor ever?
Tom Cruise.
Yes, correct. What's your favorite dessert ever?
Like a good cookies and cream ice cream. But you know me, I freeze my Oreo Thins.
Do you prefer ice cream over the milkshake?
Probably not. Probably prefer a milkshake.
That's what I was thinking.
But a milkshake isn't really dessert to me. That's typically like the first thing I have in my meal.
Yeah, but it's a milkshake, brother.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go with cookies and cream milkshake.
Let's see. Last thing someone did that made you happy.
We crushed that episode yesterday.
Yeah.
The last episode you guys have seen, it's one of my favorites we've ever done. And
Yeah.
so, like,
Because we had taken like a 2-week
we
hiatus.
took a 2-week break, so we were like extra prepared and we were extra like in the mood to film. And it just, I think it turned out to be a really good one of our best episodes.
And we did a Patreon episode, and we killed that meeting this morning.
Killed that meeting this morning. That was awesome.
We covered a lot of stuff. What's something you think you should be doing or doing better that you aren't? Not necessarily with the pod, just in life, but it could be with the pod.
It's going to be something with the pod.
I figured it would be.
I'm still learning, man. There's so much I'm learning. I go on these TikTok lives. I don't know what the hell I'm being donated. I don't know how much a donation is. I don't know what I should do with them. I don't know if I should thank them, everything. So I'm still learning a lot of stuff. I just need to get better. I just need to learn more.
What's something you think I could be doing or doing better that I'm not? Could be podcast related, could be otherwise.
If we were talking strictly business, you would focus a lot more on you would focus a lot less on personal things. But that's like strictly business. I can't imagine you could do that and keep up what you're doing with the podcast or your own stuff because it would be terrible for your mental health. So like I'm not suggesting that, but strictly business wise, 2 days ago before your dad flew in, you were just hanging out with somebody super casually like the whole day, and like I would never do that ever. But like you would kill yourself if you didn't have those days, so you need to have them. But I think I've eliminated most of those days. So, but yeah, no, I think you're crushing it. You do need to be working on your own shit though, because
The fellow stuff?
because you haven't posted in 5 days, which is a problem.
Mega pro. I haven't posted on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube in multiple days,
That's a
which I
problem.
don't think has ever happened in the
Which
past
also
2 years.
Also, like we just filmed a bunch of stuff in the backyard that you didn't post. You could just post that stuff.
Yeah, I have, and the editor got me everything from upstairs, the trick shot. And,
Oh my gosh, you have
and
everything then.
a bunch of
So
Star
then
Wars.
you have no excuse.
No, well, I just have to, schedule it out and post
Just
it. and-
actually post
yeah.
it. Would you trust me with that?
Yeah, but I would never let you. You would never do it. I don't think I would let you do it because you got enough going on.
What do you mean? I only do the podcast now, and you always say I do a great job with the podcast TikTok.
Yeah, but we've talked about like I would never want you to be like my social media manager on the.
I could run the TikTok, and I would post every day. You know that I would post every day. This is something interesting that might be coming from this episode. That's how our business conversations go. It's very argumentative. It's like, dude, you shut up. All right, this is the last question. If you have two, then you can do two.
Oh yeah, we'll see. Do you think you are more of a romantic than me?
No, not even close.
That's exactly what I
Not
thought you
even
would say.
close. No, you're like such a romantic.
Yeah.
I'm just a little gay.
You're looking a little gay right now.
That's what I'm saying.
It's cute though.
Thank you. That was fun.
Do you think gay guys are into you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you think? Oh,
Do we tell that story? I don't want to tell that story.
we have a gay story.
I sent you a screenshot a couple weeks ago. That was one of the funniest things ever.
I think we'll tell it on the Patreon.
All right, we'll tell it on the Patreon.
No. Do you think I pull more gay guys or you pull more gay guys?
You pull more gay guys, but you're more famous than me.
That's true.
How many gay guys did you pull your entire life before you did content?
Like a few, like a couple.
I've definitely more than 10, but I did go to theater camp.
I did a lot of theater too.
And I
though.
did a lot of theater.
That's where mine was. The one that the couple that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, all of mine were from theater, but like I had a lot of gay guys hitting on me. By the way, I was a obnoxious 12-year-old, so I was like feeding into it. It's like, oh, you think I'm hot?
You're so much. That
I
doesn't
know. No,
surprise
it
me
was
in this-
obnoxious. It
that
was.
doesn't surprise me in this life. I think if I was, I think I would have really like been depressed if I knew you in middle school. I think I would have not wanted to be around you.
Oh, I'm sure. But you got to consider, like, it's the funniest thing in the world. I can't remember who said this, but I think it was something on Twitter. But, like, future you was talking so much shit about current you. And it's, like, always true. I mean, how much do you loathe yourself 5 years ago? I couldn't stand myself 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, from where I am now, oh my gosh, was I obnoxious.
You were more obnoxious? Yeah. How did you survive?
You should have seen me my senior year when, like, our song did really, really well, and I was big man on campus, and I was signing T-shirts for my teachers.
I I would have
You don't want to even like think about it.
So the Oppenheimer premiere is today, the day we're filming this, in the UK, and it actually happened earlier than it was supposed to.
And they left.
What?
The actors left.
Did they?
Yes.
Because of the thing?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
You didn't hear about that?
No, well, they moved the Oppenheimer premiere up to try and get it done.
They still didn't go.
Wow, so SAG just went on strike. It is the first time in 60 years, I think, that the Writers and the Actors Guild or whatever are both on strike. And
The Oppenheimer cast has left the UK premiere to join the SAG-AFTRA strike. That was 1 hour ago.
wow. So, I'm not an expert on all this, but from what I'm hearing, like, actors will not be allowed to attend any events like this. They're not
Yes.
allowed to promote any of their movies.
Yes.
They're not allowed to film.
Yes.
So, like, all that Barbie marketing about to dry up. No premieres are going to have their actors. I'm going to Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con next week. No one's going to be there.
We talked about this earlier. I feel terrible for the people that are like from the UK
Yep.
that have had like a trip to San Diego Comic-Con booked for like a year.
Yep.
That it's like, what the hell are you going to do now? Disney's not there. Nobody's there.
Netflix is in there.
No, of course not. Now no actors are going to go. I mean, I know actors are allowed to go, but I'm assuming that a ton are going to pull out.
So, obviously, our job is talking about movies and TV shows.
We're not going on strike.
You still get episodes every week.
So, just like last week, look forward to more re-reviews.
Yeah,
Because we're not going to be talking about nothing.
Yeah, so I'm very interested to see what this is going to do to the industry, and I'll be happy to explore with my podcast co-host. I've seen some, a bunch of people talking about it. Bob Iger came out and said something about it.
I did want to speak on the Bob Iger thing.
Okay.
Bob Iger said that he's not in touch, that Disney isn't in touch with their audience. I think that's a really smart, true thing to say. I'd like to offer some words of advice to Mr. Iger, if I could speak to Mr. Iger alone here.
Why don't you just call him?
Well, he's a dear friend.
Yeah.
I don't want to bother him.
Okay.
But I'll talk to him.
But he obviously watches all of our TikToks, so he'll see this.
Obviously. Him and James Gunn are our two biggest fans.
You don't think Kevin's up there?
No. I on his projects too much. I think the world of Bob Iger, and I think he's a genius. So Mr. Iger,
So is Mr. Feige.
Mr. Feige is a genius. I just want to speak to Mr. Iger directly here and say, you own ESPN. And ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports for a reason. They are very, very in touch with the sports world. And a big part of that is because they offer criticism a lot. They criticize their best athletes. They criticize their most famous athletes, everything. I mean, every episode of First Take back in the day was Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless just crapping on LeBron James. And that's a lot of sports media. And you own the leader in sports media. ESPN's in touch. Mr. Iger, if you'd like to be more in touch, then I would recommend giving more opportunities and more chances to people with platforms that do criticize your stuff. Because, look, we know we're never going to get invited to premieres. I especially know this because I am not very kind to things I do not like. But I feel that we have to hold everybody to a higher standard. Elemental obviously didn't make nearly as much as Disney or Pixar would have liked, but it did grow legs because it was a very good movie. And part of the reason why it didn't make any money to start out was because of the terrible, disastrous marketing.
Yep.
Because like you said, you are not in touch. So, Mr. Iger, a good way to be more in touch is to maybe get on the phone and get in touch with more people such as ourselves who are open to criticize you and not just invite a bunch of influencers that do not. But influencers really have nothing to do with anything, though, that you do, Mr. Iger. So
how much did Elemental end up making?
It's made $260 million.
You think we attributed like $60 million to that?
Yeah, easily.
Easily. That's a conservative estimate.
Easily. We raved about Elemental.
Yeah.
Because it's great.
It is really good.
But you know what's not great? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And that's the reason that Guardians 3 didn't make $1 billion. Because it should have. Because it was very good.
Spider-Verse has made a lot too.
Spider-Verse has made a lot.
Good for that.
Just saying.
Good rant.
Maybe we could be your first take, Mr. Iger.
Imagine.
Just saying.
That'd be crazy.
Just saying.
Would you?
Yes.
But what if they said that we are not allowed to talk about anything that's not a Disney property?
Yes, because we could still have a podcast. Stephen A. Smith has his show First Take, and he talks about stuff on First Take, and then he has his own podcast where he talks about whatever he wants. Now, if it was in their contract to do no other thing, nothing else on social media, then it would be up to discussion, but Disney's 90% of what we talk about anyway.
Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Pixar. But we wouldn't be able to talk about any of the James Gunn stuff in the future.
Or Spider-Verse.
We
or Barbenheimer.
Or Barbenheimer. We're doing Marvel hot takes.
You excited?
I'm scared.
I'm excited. We haven't done Marvel hot takes since episode 4, and I've got plenty.
It's because I
Are we doing specifically MCU?
Mine are.
My 3 are MCU, so it's MCU hot takes. My 3 are MCU. You ready?
Yep.
I'll go
Okay,
first.
hold on. Whoa.
Oh. Do we need to go over the rules again?
Yeah,
or do you
basically,
think people know?
we're straight-faced. We say a hot take that we know will probably piss off the other person.
Yes.
We try not to break. First person to break, the other person gets a point.
Correct. A little known fact of this game that I don't think we've ever introduced because I just came up with it literally on the spot that I think actually makes the game interesting. Obviously, this will never happen because we're both stubborn and obnoxious. But let's say I were to break on your point. If I convince you that I am correct and you are wrong, I should get the point.
Sure, that's never going to
But
happen.
it's never going to happen.
It's never,
'cause
literally
we're
never
both
gonna...
very competitive and obnoxious and stubborn.
I don't know which one of these to say first. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll go first.
Okay.
You love Guardians 3. So do I. But even if it was in Phase 4, it still would only be the 4th best Phase 4 project. Maybe 5th. It depends on if I'm liking She-Hulk or Guardians 3 more that day.
You going to tell me the 5?
Yeah, I mean, No Way Home,
That's the only one.
Loki, WandaVision, and then Guardians 3 is 4 or 5 with She-Hulk.
So you're putting potential. Okay. So far, Secret Invasion is the best Marvel show.
That's crazy. That is like the craziest thing you've said on this show. That's crazy. I could make the argument it's the worst. Thor Ragnarok is a better movie already, but it's also a better written movie than your favorite movie of all time, The Avengers.
Man of Steel is better than Homecoming.
Holy sh! What an absurd thing to say!
And I thought about it.
No, you.
So because
You're a Man of Steel hater.
yeah, that's how bad Homecoming is. Because you don't like Man of Steel because it doesn't do justice to Superman's character. Well, neither does Homecoming. But at least Man of Steel is better written and has better action. You at least get some awesome fight scenes, and Zack Snyder does okay.
You don't know Spider-Man. You are the
Don't you dare say that
You
to
are
me.
the worst Spider-Man fan in the world.
I am not the only person that says this.
Yeah, but the clip with Soups where Soups says Homecoming is dog is one of our most viral clips for the reason that everybody is on you and Soups because you guys are hilariously wrong. Homecoming, when it came out, I've said this a million times, Homecoming, when it came out, was the best Spider-Man movie we had ever gotten. It's the only Spider-Man movie up until that point that does 5 things that are essential to Spider-Man.
Letting him be a loser.
God, yes, he is a loser.
Letting him be an intern for Tony Stark, and that be his main plot point.
He is a 15-year-old kid. He is in high school.
He's also motherfucking Spider-Man! I don't understand how this is hard to understand. If I was sitting at home and I had 2 options to what movie I'd put on, I'd probably put on Man of Steel.
That's awful. Congratulations on your frickin' point. That's awful. That is literally the worst thing you've said on this show.
I don't like Man of Steel. I think the injustices they did to Superman are bad. But it is a better movie. It's a better movie.
Oh my gosh. To say that the injustices that you claim are in Homecoming, which many, many people, myself included, that actually read Spider-Man comics, something that you don't do because you're a fake fan.
I have read Spider-Man comics.
You've read 2, and one of them was probably Civil War.
I did read Civil War.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. You.
I also watched Civil War, where we got a good Spider-Man for about 15 minutes.
Dude,
and then that Spider-Man ceased to exist in Homecoming.
Same Spider-Man in Homecoming.
Nope.
In fact, I would argue it's better.
It's like he forgot how to be Superman or Spider-Man.
Crazy. You're
telling me
you think the injustices that are that egregious in Homecoming is more egregious than Pa Kent?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think those are very bad in Man of Steel. I think they're also very bad in Homecoming.
Name one thing in Homecoming that's worse than Pa Kent.
I don't think there's anything that's worse.
Okay. Name one thing in Spider-Man Homecoming worse than him killing General Zod.
Good. Man of Steel has 2 points that are very bad. Right?
2? What in Homecoming is worse than the opening with Krypton with Russell Crowe? Nothing. That is one of the worst action sequences in any movie I've ever seen.
Why?
In my life. It's terrible. The CGI is obnoxious and bloated. We do not care about any of these characters.
Are you complaining about the CGI in Man of Steel right now?
I'm complaining about the CGI in Man of Steel right now, which is not something you can complain about in Homecoming, where the CGI is spectacular. Name one bad CGI moment in Homecoming. You cannot. It looks great.
His suit doesn't look great.
His suit looks spectacular.
You like the Homecoming suit?
I can feel it. I can feel the felt.
I can feel the computer-generated imagery.
Ridiculous.
You don't like... freaking TASM 2's right there, baby.
Ridiculous.
I'm saying Man of Steel has the worsts, but like throughout, you can watch it. No. I watch Homecoming and I'm just like, this is just lame the entire time.
This conversation is the exact same feeling I get when I watch Man of Steel. I'm very nauseous. I'm just over it. I don't want to... I would get up and just end the podcast right now. I would get up. No, shut up.
Do you like the action scenes in Man of Steel?
No.
Why not?
Because they're awful.
They're not awful. That's the good part of that movie.
No, it's not. He is killing thousands upon thousands of people.
Zod is killing thousands upon thousands of people.
What the f*** are you talking about?
Just because
he's throwing Zod through buildings.
Yeah, they should have had the fight somewhere else. I'm talking about the showing Superman having a fight, like not the location of the fight.
No, because it's not a good fight because we can't tell what the is going on.
Yes, you can.
Because they're just throwing each other through buildings.
Has there ever been better Superman action?
Yes.
When?
Any other movie. Better Superman action in Batman v Superman. Better Superman action in Justice League and the Snyder Cut. At least I could tell what's going on. And they're not killing thousands of people. Unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Again, I would get up, but I'm so nauseous I think I'm going to vomit.